welcome to the Spiritual Counseling TV network, and welcome to your daily morning spiritual guidance for today on Monday, June 13, 2022. My name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. So welcome back this week to the series. I know that last week I ghosted you all, but it was because I took a little bit of a health and wellness retreat and a silent retreat. I did complete silence that week. I had to just take a time off because sometimes that's how we feel more as well, and we go within. And I was getting a lot of messages, but also I was feeling very emotional. Again, when we speak, sometimes we deter from what's going on within, which is why it's so important, the power of sacred silence. Not all the time, but definitely a couple times out of the year, because it's in the sacred silence that we get true revelations, and we also can really just get in touch with our soul and what we're feeling. If something is out of alignment, if we're not feeling our best, then that's a guidance as to what we can do to change, right? It's like our emotions act as our inner soul compass, and I feel like that's what's coming up today on Monday. What we can do to feel better. What is it that we are yearning for? What is it that we really need? We do have needs as humans, emotionally, spiritually, right? Physically, this can be like your health and wellness habits. Emotionally, this can be affection, this can be love. Being loved is definitely an emotional need. And especially if you're in a relationship and you're not getting that, that's a very hurtful feeling, right? And if you're single, obviously you're not getting this, so this is obviously coming up. So I do feel like there is a missing void in a lot of people hearts this week, and especially today on Monday, because we are talking about Monday. And this is what's coming up. What can we do to change this? How can we open our hearts back up? How can we heal the past? And what's been blocking that? We're also being asked to see clearly, the truth for what it is. Because again, sometimes by lying to ourselves or pretending that we don't see the truth, that's like being in denial, right? And that hurts more than the actual truth, right? There is a saying that says the truth hurts, but when you're avoiding the truth, that will hurt even more, because when the truth is bluntly there, then that's going to hurt even more. So we are being asked to be honest with ourselves, with what we see, with any red flags that you've been given, like in whatever area of your life, in your journey, with these major decisions that we're also being asked to make. We're being pressured this week to make final decisions in projects, in our life path. What's the direction that you're going to go towards? This is the week that we are heading in new directions. Or maybe you're staying the course, but there's perhaps a different way of doing it, or changing your attitude towards it. There's just something new this week, and it is beginning with this Monday. So do a lot of deep reflection. Be honest with yourselves and really ask yourselves, is this how I want my life to be in 5-10 years from now? Because this is very serious and not to be taken lightly. I just did a whole little motivational speech / lecture, you can say, in my weekly spiritual guidance about settling in life and how that can actually block your destiny and really alter your life path. So this is definitely the week not to settle. This is the week to know your worth and go after what it is that you want, that you highly desire, that's on the top of your desire list. Don't go for the one in the middle, because that's mediocre, and definitely don't go for the one at the bottom, right? Because that's not giving yourself the worth that you deserve. So that's the changes that I feel is coming up for today on Monday. Definitely become a member of the Spiritual Counseling TV network to get access to all my rest of the dailies for this week, and of course the weekly spiritual guidance. And make sure to also catch the extended weekly spiritual guidance on my Instagram page for free. I do a little live later this evening, and you can go to @ChristyRamirez_soul coaching. All right, so let's get started with our affirmation for today, our oracle reading for today on Monday. All right, our daily affirmation to manifest the life of our dreams, right? This is definitely not the time to hold back from the life of your dreams, okay? Seriously, you're better off left with nothing in the moment than having something that is not really something that you want, because you might just get stuck with that, and then that's almost like you saying no to God and to the universe of what it is that you want, like believing that your dreams are not possible in a way, right? So definitely don't do that to yourself. All right, so as I finished shuffling, actually at the bottom of the deck is the perfect message for today. This is definitely what I was feeling. I even was going to make a post on this, like a little inspirational quote. And it says, I am worthy of love. I am lovable. And I feel like this is really coming up, you know, to realize that we are worthy of true love, of being loved, of even being romanced, you know, spiritual love, and like just the topic of love and romance, I feel like it's definitely coming up as well, because at the end of the day, that is a deep human emotional need, right? It is love. It is at the root chakra. It's love, you know, so we definitely need that. And especially, you know, if there were any issues growing up with your family or with the attachment to any of your parents, then this comes up even more strongly. And you know that it becomes more important to have healthy relationships as adults, because if you had any dysfunctional dynamics in relationships in your life, like familial when you were little, in your childhood years, then this becomes even more important during adulthood. So we were definitely, you know, reflecting on this and knowing our worth. Look at this. I know how to set boundaries and be assertive. I know how to say no. You know how to say no with anything that is not treating you right, not treating you like you deserve love. And that's giving us, you know, this new sense of confidence as well today on Monday. And we're feeling empowered to be this new self, to even be independent, you know, if that's what it takes. If there is, you know, because again, if you are overly dependent on this as well, that can be a little bit codependent. So we are needing to develop this healthy balance and healthy boundary between what's healthy and what's becoming toxic. Anything that is not neutral, anything that is not reciprocated, that is when it becomes toxic. Anything that is overly excessive, that's when it becomes toxic. Anything that is not giving enough love, so lack of love, that's when it becomes toxic. So any of those areas, it can become toxic. So we're really needing to learn the power of what's healthy and how to keep it that way in our life. All right, now let's receive our angel for today, for healing, the angel that wants to help us bring our spirit back up, help us to be our rock, help us to be our support. Oh my God, we got Archangel Michael, the perfect angel for today. He is my favorite, and he's definitely been coming up very strongly this weekend, because I do feel like, you know, we're wanting also relationships, not only romantic, but friendships, collaborations with people that we can feel safe with, to actually trust. Genuineness is coming up strong. Loyalty, who can we really trust? And not just when you're at your best, right? But also when you're at your lowest of lows. That's when we need people the most. And it's almost like, you know, that's what's coming up. It's like, you know, we need the people when we need them the most, because when you're already at the top, then where were you when I needed you, right? So that's what's coming up, you know. A lot of relationship aspects are coming up. A lot of issues with people and what kind of relationships we want to have as well. And that's where we don't settle. That's where we set boundaries with. If that's not the way you want to be treated, then you set firmly that boundary and you just don't allow it into your life, right? And, you know, even forgiveness is coming up as well, because I do feel like past trauma is coming up. And we're going to go deeper into this in our extended weekly spiritual guidance. But, you know, there's a difference between forgiveness and forgetting, right? We don't forget, but we do forgive, right? And again, that's where we give it up to God. We give it up to Archangel Michael. Remember, Archangel Michael is the slayer of evil. He is the one that definitely slays Satan and anything that is trying to bring you down. That can be, you know, mistreatment, abuse. It can be, you know, actual evil or whatever it is. But Archangel Michael is here to protect us and make us know that we're safe, and also help to nurture us back, help us to feel safe in the world, help us to trust again as well. So he asked us today, what changes, again, changes is like the theme for this week, would you like to see me make in my life right now? And you know what's interesting, I have another little like calendar with extra quotes that are just for me personally. And today's message was, what is it that you can let go in your life today that will improve your life? This is part of the changes that's coming up for today. There's something that we can let go of, that God is giving us permission to let go of. And it doesn't have to be a physical thing. It doesn't have to be a person. It can just be like an attitude. It can be a thought. It can be just anything in your life that's plaguing your happiness. How can you improve your life by letting something in particular go. So again, what changes would you like to see me make in my life right now? Please clearly guide me upon the path of my life purpose. What is your true life purpose as well? We're gaining clarity on this. Please guide my actions so that they reflect the highest integrity and my truest spiritual path. Please send me a clear sign that I will easily notice and understand, letting me know that you are here and helping me gain guidance and peace about the situation. Love, your divine child. So exactly the message of reassurance that we need from Archangel Michael today. And last but certainly not least, a spiritual guidance from Source for us today on Monday. And if you want access to the rest of the dailies for this week, please become a member at the Spiritual Counseling TV network. You can go to KristenRinge.com/TV, and also make sure that you sign up to my free mailing list to get access to my weekly newsletters and extra offers as well. And today we have work with the elementals. This is about working with nature and also getting back into your element. This is how we get back to ourselves, right? What I did last week, which was a silent health and wellness retreat, really helped me to get back into my element, which was myself, my true soul, right? Sometimes we need to get away from the world, social media. I definitely stripped away from social media last week, and it really helped me to just rebalance myself, reground myself, and again, look at this, recharge in nature. So we are definitely needing to return to the basics this Monday and maybe even this entire week to help us stay healthy and help us stay grounded and listening with clarity, getting the spiritual guidance at the utmost highest vibrational possible. Have an amazing and beautiful day. Namaste.